guys, it's Sarah, and today I wanted to share with you a spreadsheet that I have created that is going to help me track my series reading. And I thought that since we are in the middle of Series September, it would be a good time to share that. I've just recently kind of revamped it and updated it and got it all done. And so I kind of wanted to show you the format that I'm using, who my inspiration was when I created this, and what it looks like as of right now. So I'm going to share it on my screen with you and kind of walk you through it. Okay, so this is my series spreadsheet here. Now I am using Excel. That is the program that I use. And what I have done is I have taken inspiration from Ashley, and her channel is A Frolic in Fiction. And I watched a video that she did where she went through her series spreadsheet and she kind of cleaned it up and made some changes and did all that. So I watched that and got inspired by her setup. And so I kind of took what she did and I ran with it and kind of made it my own a little bit. But I will leave her video link down below as well if you guys want to see that. So basically what I did was I created a little bit of a key up here at the very top. So I have different colors for different years that I read these series in, and I would like to, really kind of track that just to see how it all works. So if I read anything before 2023, I will have it in this kind of peachy color here. And I will highlight the book in that color. So for this year, I have blue. For next year, I went ahead and set purple. And then even 2025, I have like a light red color here. If it's a book that is unread, I'm going to leave it uncolored. And if it's a book that's not yet released, but we know about it, or we know that another one's coming, or we already have a title, I'm going to go ahead and highlight that in gray. That way I know that something else is planned and coming and on the way. It just hasn't been released yet. Now I did create these little boxes here, and in order to do that, I would use, I'll just show you, I will highlight a box right here, and there's a little option up here that has boxes, and these are for borders. What I'm doing is a thick box border. So I will click on that, and then it has a border on it, as you can see. So that is what I am doing for my books all throughout. So each one has a border on it. Now I have these in two different sections. I do have completed series. So this is a section for series that are done. The author is done. There are no more coming as far as we know. The author has said, this is it. It's a trilogy. It's a duology. It's, 6 books, but it's completed, that type of thing. So what I did was I created this line here where I have it all in black, and then I have the writing is in white, so it really stands out. So I have sections for each row. So I have the series name, I have the author, and then I have book 1, 2, 3, 4, and it goes up to 15 here. And I will put, for example, here I have Deanna Madden by A.R. Torrey, and I have the title for book 1, book 2, and book 3. And when I read them, I will click them, I will highlight them for whatever year I read them in. And that's how I can kind of keep track of what I have read, what I haven't read, what I still want to read, all that good stuff. As you can see, I do have a total number here of how many are in just this section, you guys, just completed series. It's 115. Am I realistically going to read all of them? We'll see. Probably not. And my tastes do change over time as well. So there could be some on here that are not going to, make it in the long run, or things that I decide I just don't want to continue and I'm not going to worry about it, and I'll just move those around as I see fit whenever I make those types of decisions. But for as of right now, as of today, this is what this number is, and we'll just see how it goes throughout time. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down. These are all of the completed series, like I said. And so here's one, for example. So I have The Secret Projects by Brandon Sanderson. I'm technically saying that's a series. It's really not. They're not connected, but it is a series of books that are coming out, and I would like to read them all. So we have one more coming for the last quarter of the year. Actually should be coming out probably sometime next month. I don't know the title of it yet, but when I get that title, I'll throw it in here. It just hasn't been released yet, but I know that it's coming. And then that will be completed for sure. And I'm going to go all the way down here. Okay, so now our next section, I skipped a couple lines here. Our next section is ongoing series. So these are book series that are still being written as far as I know. There are certain things, for example, the You series by Caroline Kepnes, number 4 just came out, and I'm actually planning on reading it this month. However, I don't know if there's going to be a number 5 because there's not a lot of news around this series. They just kind of come out whenever she writes one. So I don't know if she's planning a book 5 or not, but I'm keeping it down here just in case because we definitely haven't heard this is the final one. So I'm keeping that option open. And if anything changes, I will just move this row up if something happens and she says, yes, I'm gonna, this will be the last one. So I'll do that. But these are all series that are ongoing. They're still being written. I have everything that has been released is on here, and then anything not released or no title, but we know another one's coming, I just put in gray. And then the ones with question marks are ones that I just don't know. I don't know if there's going to be any more or not. So we'll just have to wait for news on that type of stuff. And as you can see, some of the gray have titles already. They're just not out yet. And so this one is not quite as long. As you can see, there's a total of 74 for ongoing series right now. And so I have all of these here, and these are just the ones that you guys, I own at least one book in all of these series. At least the first one, I own all of them. So these are not ones that I don't own, but maybe I'm still interested in. So yeah, it's a lot. It's fine. Okay. And then, so those are all the ongoing series. Now I have finished series. These are series that I have read the entire thing. They are series that are done. I am finished with them. As you can see, these are all this peachy color because these are all ones that I've already read and I've, had them read for a while. And I will be able to add to this, as I finish series that are done. Up on top, I will move them down here when I finish them. So I'll definitely keep, I'll move them around as I read, for sure. And then down here, I do have DNF series. So these are series that I have read or been reading, or maybe tried the first one and just don't want to continue. So I'm going to keep track of that down here too. And I'm only going to do series name, author, the number of books I read, and that's it. I'm not going to have all of them down here unless it's something that I already have logged and I'll just, copy and paste. So we'll see how all that goes. But yeah, so this is my spreadsheet. So as soon as I make some progress in some of these series, I can start updating it and, filling in with the blue, hopefully for this year. And this is going to really help me next year because next year I really want to make series a big focus. I want to finish some series. So some of these that I have started and, want to continue for sure, I want to start making, some big time finishing happening here for next year. That's going to be a big focus of mine for 2024. And yeah, okay, so that's it. This was a lot of fun to put together and, do some research and find out what is going to be continued and what's not going to be continued. And as you can see, I have a lot of series that I need to give a try to see if I even want to read them. Like I said, some of these are going to change over time as my tastes change, or I start reading some and then I decide I'm not going to continue, and that's totally fine. I'll just take them off and it's not a big deal. But yeah, so that is my series Excel spreadsheet. So I really hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope it was informative. Let me know if you guys keep track of your series, how you keep track of them, if you even bother doing it. And I would love to know your feedback and what you guys kind of do to track all that stuff. So I will see you guys again soon. Hope you have a great day. Bye.